Hello, everybody. Thank you again for coming to our YouTube channel. I'm Brian with Technology United for Ukraine. So I want to get into talking about who we are and what we do and how we help out the Ukrainian armed forces. We don't talk a lot about our projects we do. Some of them are very classified, I guess you can say, but I want to show you where we are in the press and with the Ukrainian government's articles that have been put out. So you just know we are real and we are doing things over there. And I want to give you kind of a snapshot of who we are and then how you could help the Ukrainians and the Ukrainian military, either as an activist or an engineer or scientist. So, all right, let's get right into it. I will share my screen with you here and let's go look at some of the stuff that we're doing. All right, so right here, this is from the Kiev Post. This was written by a really extraordinary person named Jason Smart. He's pretty active in the political sphere, goes around in many talk shows and stuff, but he's a brilliant writer and a really incredible ally to Ukraine. So in this article, he wrote, American scientists and engineers secretly helping Ukraine to win. In Ukraine, an unseen force of international scientists and amateur inventors are changing the course of the war. Ordinary Americans with extraordinary ideas. Now, not just Americans, by the way, we have Germans and people in France and UK and South Korea and Central America. We have people from all over the world helping us out, help shape Ukraine's future. So let's go down here a little bit. When we picture Ukraine's fierce resistance against Russian aggression, we naturally think of heroic soldiers braving the front lines. But there is another front in this war. One less visible, yet critically important, powered by a global network of scientists, inventors, and dedicated volunteers committed to delivering cutting-edge technologies that are revolutionizing Ukraine's tools of warfare. Brian Robinson, that's me, founder of Technology United for Ukraine, sits at the core of this innovative front. Robinson has brought together an extraordinary blend of talents, active Ukrainian soldiers, PhD-level researchers, skilled engineers, and even self-taught hobbyists, which I said will tell you some of them have made incredible breakthroughs. These just regular people who work in their garage with drones all the time, or just have a special skill set they've developed in their career, and they have been extraordinary help because they bring a very practical application of how things work. He stresses the importance of embedding Ukrainian frontline soldiers directly into each research team. We do have many high-level, extremely talented Ukrainian soldiers telling us about what we need to change and what probably won't work on the battlefield. Their real-world combat experience ensures the development of practical technologies addressing the immediate battlefield challenges, offering a critical advantage against Russian forces. So that is an article done by my friend Jason Smart. Now, here we go. This is Professor Gerdes, and you will see also Georgie from Ukraine Matters. And
Okay, in my video this morning, I talked about how you can have a part, or you can be part of something pretty significant. If you want to do something for Ukraine, and I'm not talking about fundraising, I'm not talking about giving your dollars, I'm talking about, like, if you have some time or talent and that you can provide, even virtually, I'm going to show you how that you can plug in and be a part of this. So first, this is United Technology for Ukraine. It's not a nonprofit, it's just a loose grouping of people that they're trying to plug in with the armed forces of Ukraine. And they are connected to the armed forces of Ukraine to take expertise in, say, engineering or electrical this or mechanical that, whatever, to help them kind of level up in what they're doing. Here is a little video from them. They're talking about, this is the kind of the brain trust behind it. And here's a former Navy SEAL who's involved in that. And they're talking about this.
So that's me. And for those of you who don't know, that's Matthew Kredikin, a former Navy SEAL. He's been fighting in Ukraine for 3.5 years. Incredible individual, somebody I respect highly, and has done a lot for Ukraine and has brought a lot to Ukraine and to my organization, our organization, I should say. So a great guy. Now I'm going to fast forward here to where he gets to my very good friend, Georgie, who's also doing some incredible things that he'll put out in the future about how he's helping Ukraine, and more. Really incredible. I can't say much, but I'll let him talk about that and what he's gotten into. An incredible person doing some incredible things.
Karski, this is from Georgie, and Georgie's talking about this as well.
Very special message for you guys. I have been reached out to by the Technology Community United Group. These are the non-profit volunteer engineers, scientists, and technology professionals that are working their.
Okay, so first of all, they're not a nonprofit, just slight twist. It's not like a 501c3, but they're not asking like for your money either. They're just trying to coordinate your time and your talent to plug you in with those that, so you can help like design and work out some things that they're trying to make work better on the battlefield.
Off to develop new technologies for the Ukrainian armed forces. The stuff that these guys have shown me, like off the book stuff that I cannot even talk about, is incredible. It's like mind-blowing technology. And so my call is, and their call as well, is basically spread the word. If you are an engineer, if you are a scientist or a technology expert, anything, check out their website, go in, fill in the form, and join if you have the time and desire and participate in this effort.
Okay, so the question is, how do you do that? And I'll show you how to.
So that's a little bit about us on the social media side, and we've done other things with different social media people. There's and we'll be doing more. So that's a little bit about that side of stuff. So then here's a little bit more print or digital print. This is from the Byline Times. It's talking about our organization again. Do you want to help Ukraine win and change the course of history? At this most critical moment in the war, a call to action from President and founder of Technology United for Ukraine, Brian Robinson. And so this goes on to talk about kind of the same like Jason Smart's, the Kiev Post's article about how you can help and how we're helping to create cutting edge weaponry for Ukraine. And we're also doing other things, which I will show you right now. If we go right here, this is us with the Regional Military Administration out in Transcarpathia, which is Western Ukraine. How this came about, this is a project I envisioned to help bring power plants. We're gonna build power plants out in Western Ukraine, and I had this idea because I had a bunch of engineers who work in the power management industry, and they really, wasn't applicable to the defense sector. So, I said, well, what can we do? And I said, well, why don't we build power plants? So I got in touch with somebody put us in touch with the Ministry of Territorial and Community Development, and they created an office out in Western Ukraine for us so we could initiate this project. So it's just in the infancy of this initiative. And I have some of the best energy management engineers, but let's get into the article. Prospects of strengthening the energy sector of Transcarpathia were discussed in the OVA with the participation of representatives. Now, we are not just a Canadian, we are not a nonprofit, so I don't want to kind of confuse people there. We are a community. We do have a nonprofit connected to us, and I can talk about that later. Technology United for Ukraine, which is us. Representatives of the Regional Military Administration, together with partners focused on the possibility of developing alternative energy sources, including the implementation of gas turbine and hydrogen technologies. Such potentially quick solutions will allow to increase the energy potential of region and strengthen the nationwide energy system. It's not just about energy independence. It's also about attracting investment and creating new jobs. A team of philanthropists, which includes experienced engineers led by organization's president, Brian Robinson, has witnessed their readiness to conduct a techno-economic briefing and engage donors for the implementation of the distribution generation development project. So this was a really great meeting we had. I will show you another picture here. It's right. Oh, I closed it out there. So you'll see me here down in the bottom, and also, whoops, This is me and my engineers. That's me right here with Heiner Phillips, my senior chief engineer, and this is the regional administrative head, this gentleman right here. And there's another one of my engineers who also came out with me. This is Heiner Phillips. He's very public about being our senior chief engineer, so he doesn't mind people knowing that. There we are sitting at the table talking with these gentlemen. So it was a great meeting. We're in the infancies of it. It's a very large project that we will be initiating and hopefully attract the EU to possibly also want to purchase some of that energy. And, again, it's presenting somebody not with just the fish, but teaching them how to fish. And this is what we need from everybody out there to come join us. If you are a business person, if you are somebody who's done a lot in fundraising, and we want to bring everyone together so that way we can focus on building the economy in Ukraine. And there's many projects that we can initiate together. Also, I want to talk a little bit about our patch right here. So this is our patch, Slava Ukraini. This does elicit a lot of emotions out of Ukrainian soldiers and civilians. And I will tell you the story about it and why we designed it this way. So when I first started this, I told the Ukrainians I was going to create them their own skunk works. And I'll tell you about skunk works in a little bit, but I want to right now tell you who that skunk is modeled after. It's Alexander. He was the Slava Ukraini soldier, and you'll see that skunk mirrors him, and it's in honor of him. So our organization did that in honor of him. And, he was a brave soldier, and he was unalive at this very moment this picture was taken, because he was told by Russians who had captured him to say Slava Russia. And he said, no, Slava Ukraini. And that was it for him, unfortunately. A very brave man, has many memorials over there about him. And this is Skunk Works. So when I went to Ukraine, I told them I'm going to build them a skunk works, because our skunk works, which is run by Lockheed Martin, has one of the most successful R&D, military R&D facilities in the world. They have produced some of the most extraordinary, mind-blowing technologies have come out of there since, I do believe, even before World War II. The origin too of the skunk this is their emblem right here. This is their emblem. So that's why we combined it together to make this right here, and in honor of Alexander. And so that's a little bit about us. There's more stuff out there, but I don't want to belabor it and tell you everything. We got to do more on the social media side, because, we got to get the word out more. And we love for you people watching. If you can help us, we don't really look for donations or anything like that. We are very well self-funded. Comes with the territory of having engineers and scientists and other philanthropists out there that have joined our organization. But if you have a skill set, go to the link in the description, go over and sign up, join us and help us. And we are directly impacting Ukraine. We brought the fiber optic drone to Ukraine. We designed it. You can go look at some of my old videos and you'll see over a year ago, we were experimenting with the fiber optic drone. One of our members seen an article of one that had crashed in Ukraine, and they saw it, and as a visionary, they said, this is the future of the front line. So we developed it, sent a guy over there. He went around and demonstrated it to all these units and the governmental officials and said, this is the future. And we, gave to them our first iteration. We now are on many different generations of it. And we're doing some exciting things with it right now. Some things, unfortunately, I can't talk about a lot of what we do just because of the classified nature. But look, we're helping out in education. We're helping out in water management. We're more than just defense. We want to build education and get very smart retired people with great skills to migrate to Ukraine to help them rebuild, right? Get over there and use your wisdom. What Ukraine needs more than anything is wisdom. So that's definitely somewhere else you guys can help out. So check that link in the description. It looks like my computer's going to die here. So I better plug it in. For some reason, I did not plug this thing in when we started. So, all right, there we go. It's embarrassing a little bit. Technology guy here, right? But let me see if there's anything in the chat here. We got somebody who says, I'm especially interested in remote tech initiatives to help with software and the ground drone building opportunities. Go in, fill out the application, and we will get in touch with you. Hello, liked and shared. Thank you very much, Shania. And that was Secular, the first person who had talked about wanting to be involved in the software with ground drones. Please reach out to me. And if you have ideas, let me know. We do help other organizations grow in Ukraine. We do help investors. We are a trusted third party for the Ukrainians. So, we do help people get to the right people. If they have an idea they want to develop in the Ukrainian economic sector, we get you right to the right people. You have to be careful. There are a lot of, unfortunately, Westerners that have made bad decisions on their ethics. And, some people have been scammed. We know all the stories. But we're here to protect those people, and we'll put you in touch with the right administrations and the right economic people over there, the businessmen and businesswomen doing the right thing. So again, I don't want to belabor it, but we need you guys. So please click the link in the description and come and join us. All right, everyone, Slava Ukraini, and we appreciate you coming to watch us.